December 22nd, 2008, the coldest Bears home game at Soldier Field in history.
On a frigid night, a very meaningful game. The Bears and the Packers. The temperatures in the single digits, the wind chill below zero.
I was there with a friend, and we watched the game from the upper deck. We were very lucky the wind was down, so the wind chill was actually okay. A really thrilling game. It was basically a sellout. The Bears were still playing with hopes for a division title. And then Robbie Gould, a very popular kicker here in Chicago, hit a game-winning 38-yard field goal very early in overtime. I remember having, I think, 3 sweaters, big jacket, 2 hats, 2 gloves, sweatpants underneath jeans, and so the hip, the pads. As a fan, there's a ton of them watching the Bears through the years, but being there for the coldest was something really special.
He was hit hard by the pandemic, often with some of the country's highest numbers of cases and deaths.
I cannot compare COVID in Mississippi to Katrina, how the hurricane did. COVID did that to us.
She had barely been open 2 years and some days worked for free just so she could pay her staff.
The pandemic got
After the vaccines came online, Williams was able to start hiring more nurses and bring other staff back. She's now at 8 employees.
Was it a bus or the 2 of you?
This clinic's surgeons recently left town, creating another gap.
Healthcare here and provide the patients a great level of care, the care that they deserve.
Since the pandemic, data suggests more than Gibbons runs the Center for Rural Health at the University of North Dakota.
We had one hospital CEO who wasn't at a meeting where we expected him to be, and we found out later that's because he was
Stress and the Great Resignation is going to take creativity. He says some small towns are looking at pooling money to help shortage of primary care in rural America before the pandemic. In Clarksdale, Mary Williams, nurse Cassania Lampkin, and community health worker Lisa Dixon say supporting one another in tough times is
Cases, we're all they have. They don't have anyone else.
Burning out, they say, will only hurt patients and erase the slow progress they
4 and -1 degrees in Cincinnati. This is 91.7 WVXU. I'm Becca Costello. This school year, fewer students in Ohio are eating snow at Figueroa. Idea Stream Public Media's Connor Morris reports for the Ohio Newsroom.
Melissa Wolf would lunch, or to revamp the community eligibility provision. Through that program, schools with more than 40% low-income students get free lunch for all of their kids. But even if a school does reach that threshold, it still might not apply for the program. Diane Pratt-Heenstein says the state has the funds.
I'm bullish on our ability to do this in a bipartisan way. It's an absolute priority of mine to start working on now and to lay the groundwork for us to either
school meals in next year's General Assembly.
We've got really a generational opportunity in Ohio to make investments right now with a combination of excess state income tax funds, with federal funding that is expiring that we have to spend.
The Ohio House recently
was locked up in a form that resists decomposition. So that carbon that was part of its body is now in the carbon structure of the
Exit, there is a wreck and the right lane is blocked, and Mustang Drive in both directions is closed due to fire activity between Anaconda Drive and Montana Avenue. It's 5:35 and can communicate via video, chat, or phone at betterhelp.com/public. And from Procter & Gamble, maker of ZzzQuil Pure Z's gummies.